beautiful people around the world. Welcome to another video. We're talking all things optimal health and nutrition. And in this video, I would love to address a few questions around dietary supplements. To start off with, let's address the question of what we actually mean with the term dietary supplements. In addition to vitamins, dietary supplements really include a wide range of minerals, botanicals, enzymes, probiotics, etc. And they can come in various forms, including tablets, capsules, powders, as well as drinks and bars or in foods. So now that we know how we define dietary supplements, let's have a look at how we actually know what the quality of those dietary supplements are. Number one is, if you go to a store to buy your dietary supplements, then of course you can ask the sales professional for guidance. Number two, if you buy online, or if you want to look into the quality a little bit further yourself, then there are a couple of different ways to go about this. First and foremost is look at the ingredients. So the ingredients of those dietary supplements can give you some guidance as to whether you are choosing a product that is right for you or not. And that includes looking at fillers. Sometimes companies use certain fillers in capsules or tablets that might not be to your quality standards, and that can include something like using animal-based gelatin for a capsule, animal-based products. And so you might choose not to go with that product because you are vegetarian or vegan. And further, companies that sell dietary supplements in the US and in Australia often adhere to the good manufacturing practice guidelines and standards, and a company which adheres to those guidelines is a good starting point in terms of addressing the quality of the product they sell to you. So that's a good indicator. Then further, some companies provide independent lab results with their product, either online, or you send them an email and you request that information. You're the consumer and you have the right to know, because you're making the choice and you want the highest quality product for your health. For example, the other day I helped my mum to make a decision on a dietary supplement, and we looked online and found a product where the company provided some independent lab results with their advertisement for their product. So straight away that company goes up the ranking in my decision-making process. But as I said, feel free to email the company and contact them and ask them for independent lab results. And another aspect to consider is non-GMO certification. Again, that would be printed on the bottle or available from the manufacturer as in terms of information. So now we come to a bit more of a juicy question when we're talking supplements, and that is, should everyone take a supplement? There are some people who believe, yes, everyone needs to take supplements, and the reason is that unfortunately our food system is broken, so we do not get the minerals and vitamins we would usually get from our food, and therefore we have to take supplements. In addition, our environment is also polluted, and supplements can help us detoxify in the detoxification process. I have a little bit more of a discerning opinion on should everyone take a supplement. And I really have 3 points. Point number 1 is there will not be one single supplement that will make you feel healthier and support your well-being in the long run if you don't follow some of the basics on a continuous basis. And those basics are your physical health, such as moving frequently, and some of the nutritional guidance that I'll give in some of my other videos about the perfect diet, about digestion, about the connection between our thoughts and our food choices, and about our second brain, etc. So have a look at those in terms of guidance for our nutritional balance that are starting points before you think about supplements. And then of course in a holistic health approach also we want to think about mental health, emotional health and spiritual health. And then as an example there, I would like to say, if we're stressed out of our brain every day or most days, then taking magnesium is not going to fix the problem. It might help a little bit, maybe, but we really need to address the underlying issues that cause us that stress and why we're stressed and all these emotional, spiritual, mental aspects of the stress before we think about taking supplements. It can be done in conjunction, and I will go into when and how and why we might want to take supplements in a little bit. And then point number 2 is that before you go into heavy use or consistent use of supplements, really try to understand your body, feel into your body, what does it need, consistently try to improve your health and your lifestyle before you think about adding supplements. And then my last point is that if you're doing number 1 in terms of the lifestyle changes and a 8 out of 10 balanced diet, balanced lifestyle consistently, then you can think about supplements in certain situations and for certain circumstances. But also if you're starting out on your way to improve your lifestyle, improve your diet and other choices in your life. And that brings us to our last question, and that is, when do we need supplements and who needs supplements? So as I just mentioned, if you are starting out on your journey to improve your dietary choices, your diet, your lifestyle, then supplements can indeed be quite helpful. For example, super greens might be helpful for you, or probiotics. Then people who choose to have a diet like a vegan diet or vegetarian diet, they might also benefit from supplements. As mentioned in one of my previous videos, you might want to get a blood test on a regular basis and see whether you have any deficiencies. And that brings me right on to my next point, and that is, if you do have vitamin or mineral deficiencies, of course, supplements can be very useful, although I would like to highlight that you might want to choose to address the underlying issues of those deficiencies. While you're taking the supplements, you can take steps towards addressing the underlying issues. Further, vitamin and mineral and other supplements can be very useful for athletes. You don't have to be a professional athlete, and I'm not talking about testosterone or etc. as a supplement. No, I'm rather thinking about adaptogens such as rhodiola or ashwagandha that have been shown to be incredibly beneficial for recovery and increased performance and recovery from training and from competition in athletes. Further, if you happen to be suffering from a chronic illness or even an acute illness or imbalance in your system, supplements can be extremely useful. For example, I occasionally suffer a herpes outbreak, and I have learned that when I use lysine, that can actually stop the outbreak if I take the lysine at an early stage. Of course, as I mentioned before, I do understand, and I do need to understand my body better to know why I actually get those outbreaks. They're often associated with stress and imbalances and lifestyle choices. So understanding those better and understanding the situations where I might be out of balance can actually stop me and prevent it to happen and stop me from having to take the lysine. So that's an example for a reoccurring acute situation, but there might be chronic situations where you choose to take supplements, and that can be in herbal form, that can be very beneficial and that can actually help you in the healing process. One pretty obvious one where supplements are very useful is pregnancy and pre-pregnancy situations and times. We all know by now that there's a combination of vitamins and minerals that are very useful for that period of time, and it is widely available in stores and supported by the general Western medical system. And lastly, I would like to mention the situation when you are in places where you actually can't access the food, the whole food and the unprocessed food that you would love to eat. May it be work travel or leisure travel. By saying that, I do realize that at the moment in October 2020, we are currently not able to travel very much, but this might be interesting for you in the future. So if you are finding yourself in that situation, supplements can be extremely useful. I hope this information was useful and helpful for you. If you have any comments, questions or feedback, please share them either as a comment or with me directly via Facebook, Instagram or email. And if you feel like you would love to get some guidance and professional support on your journey to optimal health, please reach out. I would love to hear from you.